Now to drain it out when it's even frozen or liquid, just use a bottle cut in half with a funnel straight in one of your juice bottles that you've finished using. Just drain it down. Good procedure is to have unmarked bottles, which the rest of the people who are serving know that that's already mixed, so you don't add water again. Drain out as much as you can. There will be a residue left in the bottom, which we'll get out by rinsing it with water. Okay, now to rinse it out, now that we've emptied the product out, just get a bucket of hot water. This is straight hot water out of the tap, not boiling. Pour it in, and you'll see that there's a little bit of juice colour in the back, and it's important that we actually do get that out, because when we pull the bowl off, some liquid will flow down the bottom and down into the trays. So leave your trays on. Just leave it there for a minute. Now, if you've got discoloration of any of the white components, now's the time to pop some bleach in, just a little bit, third or half a cup, depending on how bad it is, and just let it all go for 15 or 20 minutes before you drain it, and then maybe add another bucket of water. You'd probably leave the spirals on, but make sure the fridge is turned off. Then when it's had time to soak, which is enough for the amount of colouring there, just drain it back out again. And now we're right to dismantle the machine. Now to clean it, you just get a citrus wipe, and just starting with the back, make sure that that surface, that the back surface that the seal sits on is very clean. You may need to work it in around the little square bits here at 7 and at 4 o'clock on the other side, all the way around, just making sure you get your residue off, and it's antibacterial as well, so it gets rid of any bacteria. And then finished on the front, you'll see that it just wipes the grease off, it doesn't smear it everywhere. And you know, even if a relatively clean machine gets a lot of dirt. Now grab a clean new chucks, get in warm water. I just rinsed that in warm water. Just wipe the citrus wipe off, because it does leave a bit of a residue stain, and it might taint the product fractionally if you've only got a small load. To finish, I use either a microfiber or a lint-free tea towel. Just give it a wipe off and you'll see it brings it up like new. These are also good for cleaning the glass of the bowls. Makes them very shiny, gets rid of your fingerprints. Now for cleaning, all the components that we've already removed off this bowl can just be popped in the sink, a bit of warm soapy water, and washed as any other household utensil. But with specific note that you need to, one, make sure that the plunger is cleaned thoroughly. You'll see that there's a build-up of juice above the level of the O-ring, which is not refrigerated and therefore can contaminate the product inside the machine. So when you pop that out, just clean it with a citrus wipe before you re-lubricate it. And on the back, this area here, again with a citrus wipe, cleaning off this area very, very thoroughly so that the rear main seal can locate properly on the back of the bowl, and that stops you getting leaks. Now you need to clean the plunger, and again the citrus wipe is the best way of doing that. It removes all the grease in underneath the bottom plug, but specifically underneath, once you've cleaned it thoroughly, you should be able to just squeeze the O-ring so there's a little bit proud at the front, and you'll see underneath there's a large build-up of gunk in there, which is a potential contaminant of the product. So just clean that out. And just pop it back on. The rear main seal itself, just again with the citrus wipes in the fins, run it through until it's clean, and also underneath, and that can be popped in the sink with the other components. The spiral, or the rotor that we pulled off, we need to remove the seal out of it. Again, you just want to clean this out and to remove all the excess grease. The juice sort of tends to mix with it over a period of time. Now there are different plugs and different components. This particular plug here is for the earlier model that has this component on the front rather than the O-ring seal. It sort of sits out, not quite as far as that, and it sits inside. So that's important to know which type you've got. The type of seal used on this machine is one that's bulky so that it holds the shaft in place, and you may also have one like this if your machine is a cap Fabi machine, which looks very similar to the front of that. They all get cleaned the same, so just follow the procedure I've just detailed. And the same with the tray. You know, you empty out the yucky stuff, you just might want to give it a bit of a clean with a brush in the sink with the other components. And the same for the lids. To remove the trays, just lift off the lid, lift the tray up and slide it out. It's important for the operation of the machine to regularly check your filter to make sure that it has no build-up of dust or dirt on there. If necessary, you can just brush it off with a brush, or if it's really dirty, wash it in warm soapy water and dry it out as best you can. While you've got it out, it's important to inspect inside through the vents that the main condenser unit is not getting any blockage at all, because if the unit has got a lot of dirt and dust like this one, then that can really impinge the ability of the machine to freeze down your product in a timely way.